If you're planning to build a WordPress website, one of the most important elements that will determine your long-term success is your web host. A web host has a direct impact on your website's visibility to search engines. That's SEO, and that means they can have a direct impact on your sales. So with that in mind, what are some of the most important aspects to look for in a web host, and how do you choose the right web host for your specific website needs? In this video, we'll cover all that and then take a look at 5 of the most reputable WordPress web hosting companies in the marketplace today. So let's go. The first question we need to answer is, what should you keep in mind when choosing a WordPress web host? The most important thing to keep in mind as you look for a web host is to be very clear about the type of website you want to build. Understanding the nature of the website you're building will make it easier for you to know what type of hosting will be best for it, because it is easier to predict the kind of resources it will need to run smoothly. For example, if you're building an online educational marketplace that accepts payments and allows users to register as instructors or students and publish and sell their courses to students, you will need a more powerful type of web hosting than someone who is building a simple personal blog that is made up of a few pages and a handful of light articles. So it's imperative to be very clear about what your website's needs are in advance. Other crucial elements to bear in mind as you choose a hosting package for your site include security, speed, performance, reliability in uptime, and customer service. And all the web hosting companies we'll be talking about today offer the best in all those aspects. But before we talk about those specific hosting companies and what they have to offer, let's first talk about the different types of web hosting available in the market today. The different types of web hosting. The first one is shared hosting. Shared hosting is the best starting point for small websites because it's the most affordable in this list. With shared hosting, several customer websites are put on a single server where they share the resources provided in that server to run their tasks. This is why the web hosting company is able to price it cheaply, because you're literally sharing the same resources with other websites. It could be hundreds of websites. Although shared hosting is the most affordable type of hosting, the fact that you're sharing resources with other many websites means that there will be restrictions and limits to the number of resources you can use. And that becomes evident if your website is resource hungry. In other words, it's a website that needs more resources than the server can provide. Typically, when this happens, your web host will inform you that your website is using more resources than the server can provide, and they'll recommend that you upgrade to a package that can power your resource-hungry website. If there are other resource-hungry websites sharing the server with your website, they may affect your website's performance. This brings us back to the point I made earlier. What type of website are you building, and what kinds of resources will it need to run smoothly? The second type of web hosting is VPS hosting. When the website you're hosting on a shared server starts to use up all the available resources, you might be advised to upgrade to a more suitable web hosting type. VPS hosting is one of the options you can upgrade to. VPS stands for Virtual Private Server. This simply means your website is put in a virtual machine created specifically for your website's needs. A virtual machine is like a digital representation of a real physical computer with RAM, storage, CPU, and so on. Network Chuck did a very nice tutorial on virtual machines. So if you want to learn more about virtual machines and understand how they work, I'll leave a link to that video below in the description. When you buy a VPS hosting, the web host installs a virtual machine for your website and then allocates the resources that will power your website. One physical computer can have several virtual machines installed on it, and each virtual machine will be serving one website. What's the difference between VPS hosting and shared hosting? Because both mean that we have websites in a single computer. With shared hosting, many websites are put on one computer that has a single server, and they share the resources of that single server. Therefore, your resource-hungry website can affect and be affected by other resource-hungry websites that are sharing that same server. But with VPS hosting, each of the virtual machines installed on that single physical computer has its own server and resources and serves a single website. Therefore, your website has no access to the resources of other virtual machines installed on that same physical computer. Therefore, your resource-hungry website cannot affect or be affected by other websites on those other virtual machines. The third type of hosting is called dedicated server hosting. If you're just starting out and you want to build a small online business, a dedicated server hosting is definitely not what you need. Dedicated server hosting is more suitable for online businesses that have had enough time to grow and are now getting huge traffic volumes every month. In many cases, you'll find that the websites that are using dedicated server hosting started out as a small business just like you on cheaper hosting packages and then upgraded as monthly traffic volume grew. As their business grew, so did their hosting needs, and so they ended up switching to the dedicated environment to serve their now huge traffic. But how does it work? When you buy a dedicated server hosting, you are literally provided with a physical computer or a physical server that is serviced and maintained by the web host at their premises. Basically, what you're doing is leasing a powerful computer to host your website on. That means no other website is hosted on that computer server, and this gives you a lot of control over it. Just the same way you can choose which operating system you want to install on your home computer, you can decide which operating system you want to install on your computer server at the web host's premises. And you can choose which hardware you like to have on the computer. For example, you can choose which RAM you want or which CPUs you want to have on the physical computer. The best WordPress web hosts provide you with a managed dedicated server hosting package, which means they are the ones who will be doing all the server maintenance tasks for you, like software updates, security checks, server monitoring, and so on. You can also choose to have a full-time employee at your company to do all that instead of the web hosting company, and that means you pay less. The fourth type of web hosting is called managed WordPress hosting. Because of the popularity of WordPress around the world, a lot of the world's top web hosting companies have added managed WordPress hosting as one of the services they offer. As the name suggests, a managed WordPress web hosting means that the web hosting company handles all the technical tasks involved in running your WordPress website for you. They keep all your plugins and themes updated, ensure your website is secure, create regular backups of the website, fine-tune your website for speed and performance, and much more. This basically means you can focus on running your online business without the stress and worry that comes with doing all these tasks yourself. The best WordPress web hosts usually have teams of experienced WordPress experts to manage your website if you have a managed WordPress web hosting package. And one thing you need to know is that a managed WordPress web hosting package is not popular amongst people who are just starting out in online business. In other words, if you're just starting out and you have a small business that you want to build, a managed WordPress web hosting plan is not what you want to start with, because it's usually more expensive than the other types of WordPress hosting. This is because, of course, in addition to paying for hosting, you're also paying to have the website managed for you by your web host. Most of the time, this plan is used by more established businesses that are making significant revenue through their website, or established bloggers who are enjoying huge traffic volumes consistently on their blogs. So now that we've had a look at the factors you need to keep in mind when choosing a WordPress web host, and we've had a chance to look at 4 types of web hosting, here are 5 of the best web hosting companies that I recommend today for WordPress users. All these web hosts we're about to look at have been consistently ranked at the top by WordPress experts for their professionalism and service quality. So choosing any of these means you're in good hands. And I will provide a link to each one of them in the description below so you can visit their website and learn more. Number 1, TMD Hosting. TMD Hosting has been providing web hosting solutions for more than 10 years. All their web hosting plans are fully managed and powered by the latest available technologies to ensure great performance and reliability. They offer SSD storage instead of traditional hard disk storage on all their hosting plans to ensure high loading speeds and performance on customer websites. With every hosting package, you get a free Let's Encrypt SSL certificate to boost your website's authenticity to your visitors. And before you make a purchase, you can talk to a customer care agent from their world-class customer care desk and ask any pre-purchase questions you might need to be answered. And because they serve clients from all over the globe, their support team is available 24/7 to ensure all customers are attended to. Not to mention that you get free daily backups of your entire website to enable you to restore any earlier versions of your website in case it breaks as you edit your content. And that happens a lot. Number 2, DreamHost. DreamHost has been in business for more than 20 years, serving a wide array of business websites. With all these years of hosting experience, their brand has consistently been a favorite hosting solution for many web design agencies and freelancers, bloggers, and online merchants from around the world. DreamHost offers a dedicated team of experts who offer 24/7 support to their customers to keep their websites at peak performance. They even offer a 100% uptime guarantee on their website, meaning that they promise your website will never be down or unavailable to your visitors as a result of weaknesses in any of their servers. And of course, like all the other web hosts in this list, DreamHost offers high levels of security, including multi-factor authentication and a free SSL certificate for your website. Number 3, SiteGround. SiteGround is trusted by the owners of more than 2.8 million domains. It is one of the few web hosting companies actually listed on the WordPress.org website. SiteGround is actually built on the Google Cloud platform to ensure customers get reliable speeds and high levels of security for their websites. Because Google has a global network of SSD-based servers, websites hosted on SiteGround enjoy super fast loading speeds. Customers also get a free CDN, a content delivery network, a free SSL, and one-click staging capability for running tests on their projects. They also provide a customer-friendly support team that is always eager and ready to assist customers when they get stuck. It doesn't matter the time of day, someone is always there to talk to you. And like the other web hosts we've already looked at, they offer top-notch security for all hosting packages to ensure their websites are uncompromised and credible. Number 4, Bluehost. Bluehost was founded in 2003, right around the same time WordPress was launched. So that means it's as old as WordPress. And for the last 20 years, the company has been providing all the tools needed by web designers, online entrepreneurs, and bloggers to thrive online. Today, more than 2 million websites are hosted on Bluehost, and the number keeps growing every day. Just like SiteGround, Bluehost is one of the few web hosting companies that are recommended on the official WordPress.org website. With Bluehost, you get a 24/7 in-house team of experts to help you get started with your online business and answer your questions when you get stuck. With every hosting package, they give you a free domain of your choice for the entire first year. All the hosting packages come with the latest version of WordPress for maximum speed and performance. Security is an important part of their hosting package, so you don't have to worry about a possible breach. Number 5, Elementor Cloud. Although this is the newest kid on the block, it's one of the best products we have in the WordPress ecosystem. Virtually everyone who uses WordPress knows Elementor as the most popular drag and drop builder for WordPress. But in addition to it being a drag and drop builder, Elementor recently launched a WordPress cloud hosting package for its users. With this plan, you get several awesome perks at once. These perks include Elementor Pro, so you get Elementor Pro and all its hundreds of premium templates and widgets, a highly secured cloud hosting on the Google Cloud Platform, a content delivery network by Cloudflare, a free SSL certificate for your website, a web design environment with pre-installed WordPress, premium customer service, adequate storage. With this set of perks, you can build any type of website you want. This package is well suited for Elementor Pro users who just want a hassle-free environment that is already set up with the tools they need to quickly put together a website using the Elementor Pro templates and widgets. In conclusion, one thing you will notice about all these web hosts is that they have a lot in common. It's just that they package their offers differently from one another. The bottom line is that they all offer a quick way to install WordPress, making it easy even for beginners to get started. They all value and prioritize security. Automatic backups of your website are a must. Speed and performance are paramount, and reliable customer-friendly support has become the norm. Those are the most important things you need to look for in a web host. And this is why these are some of the top web hosting solutions in the market today. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other professional WordPress experts will agree with me on this. Now, of course, there are many other web hosting solutions in the marketplace, but these are the ones I personally recommend to anyone who's looking for quality hosting services for their WordPress website. In fact, right now I have two websites and they're both hosted on TMD hosting under the Business Cloud package, and the service is simply awesome. I love it. So I recommend you check them all out right now. As mentioned, I'll leave links in the description below so you can go ahead and check them out and explore all the hosting packages they have to offer. I hope I was able to help you understand WordPress web hosting and the different types of hosting we have in the marketplace. And now you're more confident about which hosting you will get for your WordPress website. Don't forget to support my work by giving this video a thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when I post new tutorials like this, hit the subscribe button. As always, my name is Ken and it's always a pleasure to have you here. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.